This has become so loud lately. Ladies and gentlemen, it is I, Intelligent Norris, welcome you back to Let's Play Asagao Academy. We're looking for Gerard. So I got a search inside the convention center, Honda about to open down the street outside of it. Charles Nibble might check out the shots nearby with Prince Property, right? Charles wanted to walk out there and back again, too terrified of rolling the city wanted to make it much further. Surely he was somewhere around here, though. Surely he wouldn't have gone too far. What was that? An odd snoring kind of noise coming from just outside the alleyway to the right. Was it a homeless person or... Just tell me, how coming fast. If it was Gerard, he'd have to mount here, he'd probably get mugged and beaten, probably even kidnapped. Be strong, Hannah. Be strong. Be strong for Gerard. She was going into an alleyway. There, something was a brick corner, still sleeping Gerard, a small repaired bag in his hands. Gerard! Gerard! She shook him by the shoulder. He was sweet and non-responsive. She took out her phone and sent a quick text fast and remembered she nearly got his number. He's quite next to Gerard, lay smacking him across space. Gerard leave from there to go find the others. Maybe if she could wake him up? Gerard blinked heavily, staring sleepily at her. She grabbed his hand and pulled him with all her might. Gotta get back to your room, come on. She did vigorously, clearly having the result to leave his nice, comfy bed, no, although it sounds like it's a very wall position. Gerard, come on! Sunshine hard got his face and his eyes opened. He turned to look at her and nodded thoughtfully. Are you coming? She gave his arm a tug and he got to his feet, nodding again. Okay. Come on, we get to your room. Is there anything you see that make it look like someone who needs to be incarcerated? This is it. She was reading Gerard like a blind man, nearing Alice was in the hall and trying to clarify exactly where she was taking him. His eye was drooped, she gave him a hard smack across the face. Other boys were shooting behind their hands. He was so much for this when we get back. We went into the room and fished the key he carved out of his pocket. He was some kind of thief, which really wasn't that bad of a feeling. She pushed him into his room and shut the door. Gerard teetered on his feet like some kind of tower on the wind, and she nudged him towards the bed and poking him in the belly. Stop it, stop it. Doris and this was you put me through tonight. She fell asleep, she's back and settled him in the bed. He got up with a happy sigh. Stupid. He had his hands around his pillow and buried his face to it, happy as a kid in the cloud. It was kind of hard to be angry with him when he was being like that. Silly. She had the edge of Gerard's blanket, carefully pulling it over his sleeping form. Thank you. Don't worry about it, Gerard. No, really. Thanks for being there for me. Gerard smiled into his pillow, and slowly his breathing stayed up. Just like that, he was asleep. Silly kitty. Knocking by the bed caught her eye, and she just pressed the giggle. The itty-bitty kitty alarm clock he brought the itty-bitty kitty alarm clock with him. Of course he did. We sisters that I've ever met. She gazed at his sleepy face. He felt so relaxed, so calm. She just a lock of hair from his forehead. Then she was seized with the impulse to kiss him, and her face flushed. Could I? Could she? No, no. No, he was sleeping. Get over yourself. Look at her sash burst through. Gerard. So they found him. While the Hudson sack till I pink haired girl was shaking him out with kittens on his shirt for some room. Hoped it was you. It's a good thing we're leaving tomorrow. They'll probably all think I'm trying to kill you guys. Oh, definitely death by cuteness. What a way to go. Anyways, need to going. You gotta get rid tomorrow, you know. I do. Thanks for your help, Hannah. You're a great friend. You're great to be seriously at her. And she followed, and Hannah followed hard. Right, so see you tomorrow. Here's back to her room, face aflame. Was she really that obvious? Ugh. Sash was the worst. Finally taking the train back to Asagao. My Hannah woke up dead so tired that they didn't even realize hanging out in their pajamas. Carried their luggage to the hotel lobby and climbed into the lobby stairs, setting their foreheads against their knees. It's a little white outside. This is hell. We think Mom and the others show up. Everyone except Jared, Gerard, and Seth are still in their pajamas. Pewdie's clutching a pillow, and Jimmy was wrapped in a blanket like some kind of burrito. Burrito blanket. Sounds delicious. The shower changes like a herd of zombies. Only Gerard and Seth are staying in conversation. Even though Jared was dressed, he still looked like he'd shoot anyone who was the wrong way. He followed the train, barely noticing who was with who. I heard about Gerard, Jared's apartment, and Maya followed her. Jared's eyes widened, but it was too late to escape the terrible emotion, and away they went. Rod was seated next to Jared, and after he gave Hannah a fleeting look, she took a seat on the side of her, Maya. The train rumbled steadily down the track, the only movement almost like the rocking of a carriage. Rod was quiet for once, eyes compulsively falling shut. Hannah watched her struggle stay awake. She snapping her head up like a dog, trying to catch a fly, then falling over again. Fire had lulled on Jared's shoulder, and she was fast asleep. Jared was comfortably at her head, but even he wasn't moving enough to wake the sleeping girl. At some point, I noticed Jared's leg fidgeting. He was completely uncomfortable and kept glancing at the compartment door. You okay? He drew Maya's head off his shoulder and handed her limp form to me, Hannah. I really need to pee. Please take care of her. Leaving her bird, he dashed out the door. Hannah noticed Maya on her shoulder, but no sooner had she leaned against her head than she fell directly onto her lap. Where are you? Completely fine. Quickly called his car, and Joe was twitching his mouth, trying hard to suppress the voucher. I shouted in a glare. Hey, no worries. You enjoy the seat. Now take it up in the space next to Hannah. It's just hard, sure. You can show her the pillow if you want. Joe smiled kindly at her again. She found herself wondering what she did to deserve this from him. Was he being nice to her just because? Did he want something from her? Oh, that's alright. I'm going to wait until you get to Asagao. Okay, with me, I'm right here. They ended Hartman again after we passed the three of them with the Gerard's old seat across the way. Ice cold. She watched the trees speed past the train. Getting heavier and heavier. But she could stay awake. Definitely. She wasn't tired at all. She wasn't. I noticed shot her into alertness. Hannah was leaning against something warm and soft. She pushed herself up while he drew off her face. Have a nice nap. He looked like he was up to well. I pushed Michael up beside her. I see the way you were snoring. No. I didn't mind it. I gave Hannah a look and she knew exactly what she meant by it. She would never live this down. And so like that, the question get was over. Things were going back to normal. Hannah got up with things and headed back to the Asagao campus, avoiding Gerard's eyes the entire time. Sure ended off, I think. Yeah. Chapter 3. Of course, Killer shot himself to protect people from the miasma. That was the murder that Carol's got every year in order to keep the town safe from harm. Crystal Chronicles. A game where the five bosses instant attack that you can't, that he doesn't telegraph. And Jeff forgot to dodge that one. Mr. I never get hit by anything. You know who you are. I did beat that game, but I burned through it like 40 games. I had a lot of them. Yeah. Alright. This is a question from the class. How enjoyed it as a minor in her notebook? She missed the convention. It was so much fun hanging out with Bill and Gerard, learning about the video games that Gerard wanted to visit in the city with Gerard. She said dreamily. What every day was like that, and she had spent all her free time with him. He would teach her all the wisdom of video games, talking her through all the stories she hadn't played, and showing her the completion bonuses she'd never gotten. They would laugh together and share food together, and then finally one day on the 50th anniversary when Gerard was an old short primitive man and she was still a problem woman, she would hand him his very first permanent figure, and he would cry and joy as he looked at the figure and complete the quest that brought them together. Miss Mizuno? Miss Mizuno! Yes, what's wrong? They did not bring cows in the fields of fun. Fields of fun? What? Disappointing. I don't remember the game mentioning that. I think Hills was yes. Attention, please. I'll be forced to have you stay after class. Yes, ma'am. He's kind of where's your mind at? Don't worry, don't even worry about it. Oh jeez. She was really losing it. How completely embarrassing. But of course, was intending to have lunch, and she was finally able to see Gerard again. She went shooting out the door. She shot out into the hallway and was about to head for the staircase when Gerard came running down the hallway in just as much rush as Hana. She stopped by the front door, by the door. Flushed. Gerard, hi. Do you have somewhere to go today? No, I was really hungry today. Gerard brushed and avoided Hana's eyes and came to stand beside her. Let's see, if it's triangle for a Y, square for doubt, and cross for truth. The percentage was, square. Yeah, they keep balls off their faces. Anyways, ready to head to lunch? Yeah. Started. As Hana pushed open the door and Gerard passed by her, she saw Maya and Jared standing across the way. Both staring at her with small looks on their faces. She knew exactly what they were thinking. Nothing. Gerard and Hana waltzed out on the council, the sun soaking their faces. Hana was looked as high as the blue sky. She beamed. She felt really good today. It's so weird to be back at school after the con. Isn't it? I miss it all. Me too. I was able to see my friends all the time. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. It's so tough to be separated from everybody now. Yeah, it's lame. Almost every day could be like a con, even after we graduate from Asagao. But that would be pretty hard, wouldn't it? I'd have to buy more than a mansion, maybe an entire road of houses just for my friends to live in. That would be so fun, wouldn't it? Wish I had that kind of money. I'd probably pay off my bills and just buy stuff I want and just move out. After all this time. Money is tight, I don't have much. Please, watch the videos, watch the ads all the way through. Watch all my videos. Then, when you're about to go somewhere, turn on your computer or laptop, plug it in, and just run the videos. Don't watch, just run them. I get money either way. Just run under the long playlist. What are the longest ones right now? Either Chrono Trigger or Pokemon or Final Fantasy 5 is the longest. I don't know. They're all kind of the same length to me. Anyway, Gittery, anything to to you. Telling animated me. Almost as though there was no one else in the room but Gerard. Anyways, Hana, I was wondering. I'm going to the city today to check for police department table. There's a weed in this small shop there. Are you with me? I know you're not too into ABKs, but... Yeah. Of course I would. Great. I'm not worried about them either. Chibiupa is really cute. You like her then? Oh, of course, she's on my desk lamp. I see her every morning when I wake up. It's great to hear. It's really cute. Pardon? So I'll see you at your class. At your class? Definitely. Wish I could soundproof this room. Really do, but I can't. So those guys left the table before them. Apparently they slowed down somewhere on their walk here. Sat down, ready to rejoin them in normal conversation, but they dropped whatever they were talking about as they approached. Hana saw that admire, but she just laughed. Yeah, she didn't care if her feelings for Gerard were obvious, just as long as he's to find out. Shaking her head, she set her sights on the next few hours. Soon, Gerard and Hana would be in training again, heading towards the city. So we after school, Gerard and Hana raced to the train station for the very first train in the city, giggling like maniacs. They made it to the stop just as it was boarding and piled into a compartment, wheezing like numbskulls. We just got our exercise today, didn't we? Yeah, we did. Where's the shop that we're heading to anyways? It is open. It's probably there's some hanging there. Maybe put my viewers out. The guy seemed like he was a big guy with cake and stuff, and he was bound to have it with him. Anyways, how's your impress coming? Oh, right, that. As the seventh look mentioned, she forgot that she still needed to practice the tournament while she was there. Here. Seeing the look on her face, Gerard shrugged. Don't worry about it, you have 3 weeks, so there's still time. Yeah. 3 weeks always seems like a lot of time. It's like a lot of time until it's not anymore. I don't know what you mean, I haven't had time to practice much either. Is she too quick or something? They're called speedruns, and I don't just do any speedruns, but completionist speedruns. I've seen some of those, and some of them are really impressive. Some not so much. Get in the game and complete as fast as you can. It's just as time consuming as you think, and it takes a lot of practice. Yeah, it does. Well, such areas to all then it goes the way, so it's a bit of an ordeal. I had no idea games could be so stressful. Take a break since nothing compared to competitive RTS players or even mobile games. Have you seen those? RTS games do take a while. Final might be the longest, actually. I don't really think about it. It was again, spitting out jargon like how I was supposed to know what it meant. Shook head slowly. They're crazy, like good athletes. They can real athlete money too. It's crazy how much things have changed in the last few years. I wish gun game was a thing. I'd have money, and unfortunately, it's not. Games are art, games are sports, games are trash, games are friendships, games are communities, games are stories, games are characters, games are creations. It's a big wide world there. Anyone could not be interested in it or write them off, but a lot of people do. I feel like she's not just a nerd, but not politely. When we love the games, I never thought about how important they could be to people. She charged her stop at a little chime play Jordan Honda headed into the city. Think about it this way. None of us would be friends with the games. Maybe some of us might be, but not all of us. We have this thing that unites us when everything else fails. Or we have this thing that unites us. He sighed. Remember how I was talking about having all our friends live in houses near each other? That not even ever happened, but we will always have to be able to play games together, and that's basically the same thing. Honestly, George's friends are clearly very important to him, and so were games. So then, do you have plans for the future? George was up from his phone, glanced across the street, then beckoned for Hana to follow him. Future plans? You beamed at her, and led the way across the crosswalk. No? Just no? Harry actually completely confused. Much of her life was spent in anxiety for one particular reason. She did not have a passion. She would watch her mother and her father work together at their jobs, completely complimented her work, but dedicating all the time and energy to their own creative pursuits. Whether something was wrong with her. Her dad pat her head and tell her to live life happily because she did not need to know how, but that didn't help. Her passion life wasn't complete. That was the picture she got. Turns out she was working on something just because she enjoyed it. Eventually she would get tired. If she didn't have to spend more time on that thing, she wouldn't. Every time she did were when other people were involved. She got her grades so she would be praised, and so she was good at something or something else. If not bold or creative or athletic, she was smart. But that was all she ever felt. She had going for her. Yeah, no, I haven't figured that out yet. But you're so talented, you can pick anything you want to do. The world is entertaining, ready to play video games. Because I do both, but I don't know if there is yet. There is no YouTube in this world to my knowledge. But if there is, it's his future. Yeah, find something though, or I can create my own thing. Yep. Yeah, totally. Sure, work itself out. I didn't inspire her for the first time. She wrote positive attitude grated her nerves. Things aren't always easy as that, though. You survived. You can't just not pick a field because you haven't figured it out. You can't just create your own job. Why not? There are bills to pay. George did her quizzically, and stopped herself. Right, you probably wouldn't understand what it's like to worry about where your next paycheck came from. You all in the capability families didn't have the same problem Tana did. Never mind. Oh, here you are. Right before is a small shop with an open sign in the window. Didn't even have a title over its entryway yet. They were hung on the door with Jaeger's Finds in black sharpie. After you? Sure has stepped in the shop. There's a small kind of store dining. Rows of white racks stood across the room every few feet. They put things close together, they wouldn't be room to walk. Spirit different design the shelves, game discs, portfolios of cards, small figures with numbers across their bases, dice, plushies, bouncies, balls, as Gerard made out for the main counter. I'd been comfortable to figure out another, would you? Howard scoffed as the answer should have been obvious. Very good, could you let me know? Gerard changed information with the man who hissed him at him. She could tell from the way he was shaking his head and Gerard trembling that he thought Gerard's search was hopeless. He did judge that Gerard no worse for better than before as they headed back to the train station. My ass would have been on the run for some time. Gerard, why did you correct things? Why? Well, because I like them, of course. That's fine, but why do you need to complete your collections? Your collections. It seems like a lot more work than it's worth. It probably costs a lot too. Well, he chose very carefully as he set across the crosswalk. I mean, why do people do anything? That's our question to answer in the end. It's because I want to. Completing gives me a sense of accomplishment and closure. I guess it's satisfaction of everything I've done. That's but another way, I look at the collections and I remember how I've changed. It's like, oh, they used to matter to me a lot. He shook his head. I don't know. Haven't you ever collected something? Yeah, but never on purpose. Really? Never? So this is all the things you collected, and you never bought something for yourself? Nope. Nah. 7 cents. So there's a shop window to the right. A craft shop with other patterned papers and yarns. You okay? She blinked. She stopped in the middle of the road. A man walking past scoffed at her, annoyed that she was in his way. Struck a tongue out of his back. Hey, you're really pretty, that's all. You like origami? Well, yeah, my parents are really creative, and they taught me how to fold things. I got really good at it after around the time while they passed. I haven't done much since then, though. Go to our office, even like you like it. No, it's okay, come on. We'll miss the train. I just sat in their apartment on the way back to Asagao. Hana couldn't help but review the conversation in her mind. This was the way Gerard was, but it didn't seem a good enough reason for all the effort he was going through. It was a figure, after all. Won't give him lasting happiness or anything. You have no idea. Gerard was staring out the window, a troubled look on his face. You know, thinking about it more, at this point I might do it more because it's who I am than anything else. Do what? Collect things. It's fun. It's part of me by now. It gives you a quest to go out and actually something to define myself by, right? I'm dedicated, disciplined, and persistent. If I work hard enough, I'm rewarded for it. I like that feeling. I feel like I can impact things. I think that's something everybody needs in their life. Impact things? Gerard nodded. Did I say something like that? By the time they got back to campus, night had fallen. They dialed for the entrance and Gerard escorted her back to Primrose's house. Just come with me, Hana. No, thank you. It was fun spending time with you again. I'm sorry I didn't find Pumpernickel. Gerard shrugged. That's okay. There's something to look forward to. Put a fist in the air. Someday I shall prevail. Hey, I'll see you later. Bye, Hana. Have a good night. I had her door room. Resolution formed in her mind. If Charles was going to find Prince Pumpernickel, she did more than just his eyes looking for them. Tomorrow, she would find Prince Pumpernickel. What could possibly go wrong? We'll find out next time.